Ladies and gentlemen, it is the start of a brand new week, and this week right here is going to be a very exciting one. Not only do we have a Pokemon Presents, there's rumored to be a major Nintendo Direct, and in this video we have multiple leaks that pertain to both of those things. You do not want to miss it. Let's go and get right into this video. So first, before we get started, I just gotta say thank you guys so much for all support lately. I could be a little off, but I think in the past 48 hours, we've went up like 300 subscribers or something, and that's kind of crazy. So yeah, just keep in mind, this week right here, I will be giving away the first Nintendo Switch 2 and more as the year goes on. I'll probably do it in a random live stream, but I won't say which one. So maybe the Pokemon Presents, maybe the Nintendo Direct, maybe we'll play a game. You just gotta stay tuned. And also, I give away eShop gift cards every single Saturday to my amazing community. So if you'd like to have the opportunity to win eShop gift cards or potentially a Switch 2, all you have to do is be a subscriber, like and comment to help the algorithm, and follow me on social media to keep our communities growing, and that is it. That's enough of that. We have a very exciting video, so let's go ahead and get into it. First, let's start with some Donkey Kong Bonanza news. And this news is just incredible to hear, because this news has to do with Shigeru Miyamoto. Maybe you've heard of this guy, and maybe you've heard of some of the games he's involved with creating, or the franchises that he's started. Maybe one about a monkey, who could say for sure? Donkey Kong Bonanza producer Kenta Motokura revealed that Miyamoto would check in on the game's progress from time to time. According to Motokura, instead of actually progressing through Donkey Kong Bonanza and achieving goals, Miyamoto would instead stick to one area, smashing and digging around a lot. While amusing, Motokura found it to be a positive sign, saying that it was a good thing to see him playing that way because he felt like, if he was having that much fun in one area, then other players would probably follow the same course. Just you're having so much fun, you don't even want to progress. Essentially, you're just having so much fun in one area, you forget about the rest of the game. And I can vouch for that, man. I am having so much damn fun in this game. It is a top 5 Nintendo game of all time. I can't praise it enough, man. It is incredible. So this is just some awesome news about DK Bonanza. Now in this video we have quite a bit of leaks, and one of them I think points towards some important characters, or really cool characters, coming to Mario Kart World, and that is Donkey Kong Bonanza characters. And I gotta say, shout out to the nerds out there, man. You guys rule, because there are people who just pay attention to stuff that nobody else does. That's awesome, because this leak and bit of information is coming from credits, and it's like, who the hell reads credits, you know what I mean? So 2 voice actors of characters not in Mario Kart World spotted in DK Bonanza's credits and Mario Kart World's credits. So the theory from this is characters that are in Donkey Kong Bonanza will in fact be showing up in Mario Kart World. And if I had to guess, and I feel like, this can go either way. I feel like in the next Nintendo Direct, we will get our first big Mario Kart World update with new characters. Now, I don't think it will be other Nintendo characters, but just that inner circle of Mario characters, which Donkey Kong is in, I could definitely see happening. And there are so many great characters from Donkey Kong Bonanza. Void Kong, is that the name of him? Void Kong, I'm pretty sure. And just all the little enemies, they are fantastic characters. Even some NPCs, there's so many things they can do. And I don't know how this works, so forgive me. Allegedly, when it comes to Mario Kart World, and I'm sure other games as well, there's like different models they use for different characters. And normally, Bowser and Donkey Kong are called heavy characters, right? But in Mario Kart World, Bowser is the only heavy character, and Donkey Kong is not. But there's other like models in there, or other heavy characters, and people are wondering, well, if Donkey Kong isn't one of those, who would they use? Well, it kind of makes sense for King K. Rool when you think about it. So I just think, as far-fetched as this sounds, this could all easily happen. I think we're in for a treat, man. Really. I say I want different Nintendo characters in Mario Kart World, but if they can expand the Mario universe and keep adding characters and make it fresh and exciting and tying it into, current games like Pauline. I know we have Pauline, but maybe Teenage Pauline, or, they can just do so much. So very exciting stuff. And I think this is a real possibility here. Quickly, let me give you guys an update about some more Switch games that were having issues on the Switch 2, but Nintendo has went in and fixed these games. And I think we have over 20 games that have been fixed by Nintendo, and some of these are major games that you guys want to play. So this is the list right here. This was fixed the beginning of July, or sometime in July. Chronicles of the Wolf, Crypt of the Necrodancer, yeah, I don't know too many of these games. Endless Ocean Luminous, so that's there. Harvestella, that's a pretty cool game. The game that I care about the most, though, is Portal 2. I have it downloaded on my Switch 2, but I haven't tried it yet because I heard there were some issues. Thank God that is fixed. They're going to continue to do this over and over. So maybe any of these games right here, maybe you wanted to play them or you tried playing them, just know all of these games officially work on the Switch 2 now. Now, even though Switch games are working better on the Switch 2, what we would like, and we're getting, but we want it a little bit more, we want Switch games to have official Switch 2 versions, or at least a Switch 2 upgrade. And we're seeing it with some third-party games, but others, we're not. And some of these third-party games are like trying to make this happen, and it actually gives us an insight into why this isn't happening. So I just read this article about Warframe on the Switch 2, and people are wondering, why is there no Switch 2 version of Warframe? They confirmed that Digital Extremes has plans for a Switch 2 version of Warframe, but the team is stuck waiting for Nintendo to make dev kits more widely available. This is crazy to me. Nintendo is truly losing out on money because they don't have enough dev kits. Leading up to the Switch 2's launch, I get it. You want to keep it tight-knit, you want to keep it secretive, you don't want leaks to come out. I think that is perfectly acceptable. Now that the Switch 2 is out though, there's really no excuse for this, and I've heard this is actually a pretty big issue. Like, a bunch of developers are kind of just left waiting for something, and they don't really understand why they're waiting this long, or why there's not enough dev kits. There's just such a backlog for dev kits, Sinclair explained, joking that even one kit would be enough to get started on the Warframe Switch 2 version. I think I only played Warframe briefly when I first got my Switch. I was a little overwhelmed, but the game's been out since like 2013, so over a decade. It's free, all the updates and DLC I believe are free, so this would be a fantastic game to have an official Switch 2 version. Now this week we know we have a Pokemon Presents, but there's also a rumored Nintendo Direct. We have leaks for both of these events. One is more of a theory than a leak, but I don't know how I feel about that one, but the Nintendo Direct one is, I feel like it's going to happen, and I have some other evidence as well. But let's start with Pokemon Presents. Right now, we know that this event will be 24 minutes long. Yeah, Korean Pokemon YouTube channel accidentally leaked it, so it is what it is. We know it's 24 minutes long. If you get your hopes up for a Pokemon Presents, you are a dumbass. Just straight up. Do not get your hopes up for Pokemon Presents at all. They're the presentations that let me down the most. If I personally had to guess what we're going to see, probably some more Pokemon Legends EA gameplay or something. What's a new Pokemon game called Champions or something? Maybe something to do with that. Maybe some new Pokemon Unite updates, Pokemon Go updates, probably a new anime or some weird series they do on Netflix or something, but it's always like a big letdown. If there are big Pokemon game announcements, I don't think it would happen in a Pokemon Presents. For example, if they do the classic games on Nintendo Switch Online, I think that makes more sense to do in a Nintendo Direct, because people who are watching the Pokemon Presents, maybe not all of them are gamers, maybe they just like Pokemon. But if you're watching a Direct, there's like a 99% chance you're a gamer, you have a Switch or a Switch 2. So it makes more sense to have those announcements during a Direct. So Pokemon did put out a weird teaser of Pikachu in front of like a DJ table or something like that. There was a bunch of theories going around of what this could mean, but I think they came out and said that Pikachu and maybe Chikorita are going to do like a DJ set before the event, which is kind of cool, and play some music, so that's cool. But there is a weird theory that they will also show something else off during the set. The theory is that it's going to be a sequel to Hey You Pikachu. Now, if you're from the younger generation, you're probably like, what the hell is that? We have to take it all the way back to the N64. Hey You Pikachu was, at the time I thought it was cool. I guess a lot of people look back at it and think it's really stupid, and I can get it. It's basically you would yell at your, how would you even do it? I can't remember now. There was like a microphone that you would plug in, I think, to your N64. Man, I'm having like some flashbacks right now. I had the Pikachu N64. I even had the printer for Pokemon Snap. Man, this is crazy. I feel like I'm having Vietnam flashbacks right now. Like, oh man, Charlies are in the tree. Oh, what the hell's going on? But essentially, you would yell commands at your Pikachu and like make him do stuff. And you would say, hey, you Pikachu, like eat an apple or something. I really can't remember. But there's a theory that this is coming back for the Switch 2. Number one, we have a microphone built into the Switch 2. Number two, we now have the camera. Number three, we have mouse controls. Number four, we have game chat. So many things they could do, right? if they were ever going to bring it back, this would be the time to do it. It's a novelty more than a game. It's like an experience, something kind of campy to mess around with, but it has its charm, and I just think I think it would be awesome if they bring it back. We also have rumored a Nintendo Direct this week. Man, I think this Direct is going to be way better than the official Switch 2 Direct. I think we're going to get some massive third-party announcements, but also some huge first-party announcements. One game I have said over and over that I think is going to show up in that first real Direct is a new Fire Emblem game. And I have a couple of reasons why. Number one, over the past 60 days, I've seen a million patents from Nintendo for some game where you're like, what is that? But you can easily see it's Fire Emblem. Even the little characters they draw look like Fire Emblem characters, and it has a grid and all that stuff. Number two, we need a mouse controls game, right? We have the Welcome Tour. We have wheelchair basketball, whatever the hell it's called. I'm always going to call it wheelchair basketball. But we need something that's like, oh, I want to use mouse controls, right? I guess we have DK Bonanza now, the little sculpting game, which I did, and it was pretty fun. But we need something to where it's like a little bit more serious, I guess, it doesn't seem like such a gimmick. It feels like that's the way you're supposed to play, or you would want to play that way. Fire Emblem would be the perfect game in my opinion. So we have all that piling up, making me think this is going to happen. But also we have Nashweed right here saying, although the last one was released just 2 years ago, there are rumors of a new Fire Emblem. Are you excited for a new installment in the saga or a remake? This is such a random thing to just ask people like, hey, you guys ready for a new Fire Emblem game or a remake? Out of the blue, right? It's like nobody's talking about Fire Emblem right now. So maybe this is a hint towards that. I just think it's time. I think it would be a fantastic game for the Switch 2. Something we could use mouse controls for. Maybe they even just do a remake that has mouse controls, right? There's really some great Fire Emblem games that they could remake, and that would be awesome. It doesn't even have to be a new entry. Just a remake would be fantastic. Or if they wanted to, they could just bring a Switch 1 game over and make it a Switch 2 version that has mouse controls and some DLC or something, you know what I mean? The possibilities are really endless, but I just have the strongest feeling that if there's a Nintendo Direct this week, which all signs are pointing towards, and Nintendo makes some first-party announcements, I think we're seeing Fire Emblem there. But only time will tell, right? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this? Because your opinion matters most in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you made it to this part of the video, you are amazing. I'm blessing you with, I think 8 weeks of good luck right now. You guys earned 8 weeks of good luck. So, yeah, hit a like and subscribe. Follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram. Be on the lookout for giveaways, multiple streams this week. I think I'm also going to be on the Nintendo Prime podcast on Wednesday, so catch your boy there as well. And you guys know me. I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.